Absolutely. And now you know that we've got to take a round here. We've got to take
This is going to be interesting.
So we've got the chairman of Reform who's now got to sit whilst I say a very good morning to a man who frankly has more titles than a man with more titles. He is the deputy chairman of the Conservative Party. He's the Minister for Policing, Immigration, Health, Doctors... No, he's a very good man, but he can't get a girlfriend. Matt Vickers, a very good morning to you, sir. How are you?
Good morning. It's chucking it down here, Jezza. It's grim outside, but it's a little bit less cold than it was last week.
Do you and David want to say good morning to each other?
Of course I would. Good morning to you, Matt.
Good morning, Dr. David.
Matt, I think we should start with the biggest news story of the day. Yesterday, ex-chancellor, ex-vaccine minister Nadhim Zahawi, a man who lost his seat, resigned from your party and defected to Reform. Now, as is the wont of political parties, the Tories, a source told everybody this morning, do you know what? He was begging for a peerage. We didn't want to give it to him. He's not one of us anymore. You can do one. The other story coming out is that he didn't beg for a peerage. The ethos of what the Tory party is today has changed. What's your take on the situation, yours and the party's, Matt? Important we get it.
So everybody keeps saying former chancellor. I don't know how long was it the chancellor for. I think it was about 24 hours.
2 months.
The reality is, I knew. I know Nadhim. I think he's a nice chap. I'm not going to get in the gutter and slate him. But the facts are there. It's come out. He was begging for a peerage before he went across. He's a guy who said that he feared what a Nigel Farage Prime Minister would mean for this country. People will make their own decisions about that. They'll read the stuff. I'm not going to get in the gutter and slate the guy. He's a former colleague.
Is he a loss to your party?
I'm always disappointed when people leave the party. The reality is we got a good grubbing at the last general election. We're dusting ourselves down. We've learnt those lessons. I think Kemi's getting stuck in. She's bringing forward a plan. We're going to get out there and we're going to make our pitch. We're the people who are on the side of the working people. We're the people who aren't in favour of axing that two-child cap, who aren't in favour of spending ever more on benefits. That's what we're about. People will make that choice. We're going to set out our vision for the future of this country.
I love sitting here because they're all making eye contact and writing notes. However, I'm going to give you something, Matty, because David will know this. You're one of the good guys. You're one of the ones who's always come on this station, and we respect you for the work you do. And I mean that, David. Here's somebody who believes it, and I respect him.
But also, that's the point. You're allowed to have good discussion with colleagues in other parties, and I'm a great believer in that.
No,
and it shouldn't be tribal.
No. Reform UK has today hit its lowest level since April in a new poll out this morning. I put this to David, marking a continuation of the downward trend since October, Matt. The weekly Sky Times YouGov poll shows that Farage's party has dropped to 24%, whilst the Tory rise continues. This must be heartening for Kemi and the Tory party in its entirety.
Well, I think polls are polls. There's a hell of a long way to go before the next general election. We've got to carry on making our pitch. I think the biggest difference between us and the other guys, whether it's Reform, whether it's Labour, whether it's the Lib Dems, is around benefits. We think that should be cut. We also believe in living within our means. We don't make commitments that we can't fund. We're very straight and upfront about that. And by the time of the next election, this country is going to need some real action to sort out our economy. We're seeing 21% more people unemployed, people who can't provide for their families, who don't have the pay packet they need, who can't live out their aspirations because of the decisions made in number 10. Horrendous situation. Our economy is being absolutely trashed. The pubs are closing, people are losing their jobs. The benefits bill is rising by the week. It's entirely unsustainable. There's a hell of a lot of work to do. And by the time of the next election, people are going to be looking at that economy, and they're going to be looking for people who are responsible.
Do you think
going to dole out more in benefits?
I know you have
unfunded commitments.
I know you have to go to get sleep to come and do the papers on this show tomorrow morning. You don't know about that, but you're going to get a call. Do you believe that the Tories, the difference between the Tories and Reform is the economy, that experience? Is that what you would say?
I think if you look in terms of policy, there's lots of things that we might have agreed with them, but fundamentally the Conservative Party has always been about fiscal responsibility. I mean, Kemi's gone out there, identified £47 billion of savings. She said we're going to cut benefits, we're going to bring back that two-child cap. We're also looking at, we're not just going to make 47 billion of savings and spend it all, we're going to make 47 billion and put half of that into paying down the national debt. It's tale as old as time. Every Labour government in history has come into office and left more people out of work when it left office. It's always the Conservatives that come in and sort that out, and they always make a bloody mess. But by the end of this government, they're going to do record levels of damage. We're already seeing all these people out of work. We're already seeing ever more spent on benefits. The Conservative Party is going to offer the solutions that this country will need when that next election comes.
You know I like you, mate. We'll see you in the morning nice and early. Get out the rain, for God's sake.
In the morning, I hope there's a bacon sarnie.
Yeah, there'll be a bacon sarnie if you get him in for the morning, 6 o'clock. Matt Vickers, Deputy Chairman of the Tory Party. Actually, a Tory politician I respect enormously.
No, absolutely. I mean, it is slightly laughable, of course. He talks about economic prudence.
Well, he actually said, and I've written it down, we are about fiscal responsibility. We've found £47 billion worth of savings. We will cancel the two-child cap and bring it back. We will cut the benefits bill, and a half of that £47 billion saving will go into shaving the
just remember
national
the highest
debt.
tax burden in 70 years under the Conservative Party. Huge amounts of money spent under the Conservative Party. And actually, it's all very well, isn't it? They're sitting there on the sidelines saying, well, we do this. You were there for 14 years. Why didn't you do it? And then let's go to the immigration issue, which is the #1 issue when it comes into this election. They keep now saying they're going to leave the European Court of the Convention on Human Rights. Why didn't you do it then?
He's getting... I'm telling you what.